Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2019 Boardwalk Empire. I am your announcer, Mamie Theisenhower, and I am here with...
Muffin Tumble. Hello, Derby World.
And everyone in the Derby world, I am so excited to be doing this game that's about to start. This will be Rat City Roller Derby, Rat City All-Stars in white jerseys against Santa Cruz Derby Girls Boardwalk Bombshells in blue jerseys.
And let me tell you who's skating in white. That will be Rat City, number 070, Cinnamon Slam. Number 12, Carmen Getsum. She's the captain today. 1859, Natural Selector. 217, Wild Carnage. 322, Kosher Assault. 5, A Green. 50, Brute Champagne. 513, Morgan McSlay. 55, R. Rickle. 602, Bad Karma. 619, Red Devicious. 715, Mountain Deranged. 83, Thumper Skull. 91, Alyssa Prey, and 94, H-Bots.
You gotta watch out for all them puns. You want to see what the original word is.
Oh yeah.
And in blue, skating for Santa Cruz Derby Girls Boardwalk Bombshells, it's 0018 Jem Jones, 13 Chelsea Smile, 1384 Heloise, number 3 Ace Ventura, 33 R2D2 Nate, 36 Hermione Danger, 37 E-Rex, 4444. 444, only 3. Unleashed, 49, Cassie Beck. Number 5, Skirt Vonnegut. 626, Maddie Masochist. 707, Teratot. Number 8, Shamrock and Roller, who is the captain today. Number 83, Veronica LaRosa. 93, Jurassic Snark. That is your Boardwalk Bombshells. And this is why I'm excited. Muffin, this is why I'm excited. We have today, Rat City is ranked WFTDA number 18. Santa Cruz is currently ranked WFTDA number 20. There's no distance. There's just no breathing room between the rankings of these teams. I'm expecting a really tight, really exhausting for each team game. It's going to be amazing.
It is, and Rat City's coming in fresh to this tournament. They haven't skated yet, and this is going to be Santa Cruz's third game of the tournament. But it is their home turf.
Yep.
It should be very interesting.
And they started yesterday, which means that they had a night to sleep on it. I'm sure that's all you need, right?
Oh yeah.
To recover from a whole lot of roller derby. Don't at me. I know that I'm lying. So we have a minute to derby. And let me see. I have a bunch of fun facts about the Santa Cruz team. Do we have anything about Rat City? Because
we have plenty.
Wonderful, because we're going to be telling you things about these players all throughout the game. And I just want to make sure that we are balanced. As balanced as these two jammers, if I'm correct in looking at these, they are both number 5 to start off this game. Number 5 in blue, Skirt Vonnegut, against number 5 in white, A Green for Rat City. And they're just having a good time at the jam line, having a conversation.
Oh yeah, it's 5 against 5, and Skirt had a great game yesterday. She was the high scorer against when they played Texas last night, last game of the evening.
Sweet.
So I'm excited to see how she does today.
Skirt is a powerful, jukey style jammer. She has a lot of force, but she does a lot of moving around. So she doesn't necessarily plow through. She more confuses you and gets around you.
Yeah, it was working yesterday. She did very well.
And also just one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. Skirt Vonnegut, A+. I love her.
Oh, awesome. I met her briefly, and she was very friendly.
Yeah. I've honestly never seen her not be, so that's my Skirt Vonnegut fan club official statement of today, and we are 5 seconds away from roller derby.
Oh, yeah, and they are off.
And right away, Rat City cutting to the outside, A Green, pretending the pack doesn't even exist, as Skirt Vonnegut also goes to the outside to the inside and gets out for her scoring pass. And we have our first penalty of the day. It is a back block, alas, against former lead jammer A Green. Now penalized jammer.
Yep,
A
first
Green.
power jam of the first jam. So Skirt is the only one on the track scoring points at this moment, getting caught up just after turn number 3.
And Santa Cruz is taking the passive-aggressive form of helping the jammer by saying, well, if you can push through the wall, we'll just hold back so they have to let you go.
Yep, that aggressive sweep worked out. Oh, not so well.
No.
So we do have a power, now a power jam in favor of Rat City. So
a double power jam for the first jam of the game. You guys, what's going to happen?
and A Green had completed her full 30 seconds. So Skirt will be up there at least up to 30 seconds.
And a nice targeted hit by Shamrock and Roller. And again, Shammy pushing Green to the outside line all on her own.
Oh, yeah, A Green took that open lane, though. The outside lane went through for a scoring pass. And she's already through, almost through a second scoring pass. Power jam over. Skirt hitting the back of the pack, pushing them up to turn number 1.
And now we've just got a big scrum around turn 1. And now, right now they've burst out. And yeah, I think you guys could see that at home. Pivot number 49, Cassie Beck, just launched herself over. And that was your full 2-minute first jam. Oh my goodness.
Yep, Rat City taking the first lead of this game. And we have a replay on the board.
Oh, sweet. Look, and that is why we make you train skaters, why you do those knee taps, because that's it in action.
So yes, a score 12-4 as we are about to begin the second jam of this game.
And you could see in Rat City, interesting technique from number 55, R. Rickle, pivot for Rat City, starting behind the jam line and right as 5 seconds is called, pushing through the Santa Cruz wall, insisting on getting almost like a goat spot so they can pry open the wall, let their jammer through. It was successful. Alyssa Prey is in the lead.
Yes, she is in Terra Tots is out on her initial, but she is denied any points on that jam as the jam is called. Santa Cruz will hold at 4 points, and Rat City is up to 15, so a quick 3-point jam for Alyssa Prey.
And since I have you here, I want to talk to you about the Apex. The Apex is the Derby media resource for scores, tips, resources, and analyses. Visit them at thederbyapex.com or on Facebook or on hashtag Derby Twitter at the Derby Apex.
That is Morgan McSlay jamming for Rat City.
And Maddie Masochist in the lead for Santa Cruz. I believe this is the first lead jam that Santa Cruz has achieved.
Yes, it is.
Now it's only jam 3, so when I say first, you know, it's And we have Cassie Beck, pivot for Santa Cruz, going into the box. And just to make it all even, blocker for Seattle, number 94, H. Bots, joining her there.
4 points on the board so far for Terra Tots.
And you know what?
I'm sorry.
Not enough penalties happening right now. So that's 1380 for Heloise, living up to her name.
And sorry, that was Maddie Massacre jamming for Santa Cruz.
Now, Maddie Massacre is a very standard jammer for the Santa Cruz lineup. Powerful, powerful skater. And we're seeing, again, A. Green from Rat City going up onto the line. Up against, for the first time in this game, number 37, E. Rex from Santa Cruz.
So Rat City, so far, showing a 3-jammer rotation and fielding for Santa Cruz. So far, 4-jammer rotation, but we're only 4 jams in.
Excellent. And you will notice that Rex has signature socks, 1 yellow, 1 blue. And the yellow socks come from years of fencing, representing her hometown of Gahanna, Ohio. So that's pretty cool. I always wondered. I've seen those yellow socks for years, never knew why.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So now 1 yellow for fencing, 1 blue for Santa Cruz.
And I'm liking the Santa Cruz uniforms. They have like their little beachy themed on the back.
Oh, they're so gorgeous. Those are official Frogmouth uniforms.
Yeah, they're definitely unique.
Yes. A lot of thought went into the design of those uniforms to make them both clearly seen by, I don't know, fellow teammates and officials, and but also just this gorgeous design on the back.
I really appreciate the huge white numbers on the back of their jersey.
As do I.
Alyssa Prey is the lead jammer.
Skirt Vonnegut, not the lead, but doing a swift chase down, and the pack speeds up. No one wants to be a point. and Cassie Beck gets knocked, and as a pivot, just did you notice that jumps the apex?
Oh yeah.
She wasn't holding the star. She was in the pivot helmet, and instead of getting knocked out, just jumped the apex. I love Cassie Beck.
Oh, she's very impressive. She's
such a good
amazing.
skater. Has been a member of Team USA for a number of years, and just again, tremendously great person and hilarious. No one tells a self-deprecating joke like Cassie Beck. And that's a directional penalty, taking out white number 83. That is Thumper Skull into the penalty box. And we have this jammer chase happening.
Yep, that's Wild Carnage jamming for the first time today. And she is also the lead jammer for Rat City.
And calls it off right as she gets knocked down a little bit. And that was good work because that brought another 2 points onto the board for Rat.
Yes, that is 3 scoreless jams so far for Santa Cruz. And we're about to start jam number 7.
Everyone's taking just a moment to get themselves together. And this time with 1 blocker in the box. Rat starts at the pivot line and then skates into the jam line. And with final bit of offense from that last Rat blocker, we have Maddie Masochist in the lead, being chased quickly by A Green.
Maddie Masochist so far 2 for 2, 100% lead jammer status. Calls it off.
And I didn't see any passing, and indeed the jam refs say no points scored. That was a double team shutout.
That will be our first scoreless jam of this game.
On the line for Rat City is Alyssa Prey, number 91. Alyssa was a cheerleader in elementary school and competed and traveled for a select team around the U.S. for a few years. Now, that you wouldn't think so, that is intense competition. It does not surprise me that this skater is so intense on the track.
I like to see her do a herky on skates, but I love seeing the cheerleaders that turn derby skaters.
Oh, yeah, because cheerleaders turned skaters are strong, flexible, intense, and they know what winning looks like.
Yeah, and they've got great smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, E-Rex is out on her initial pass.
And we have Ace Wenshura going to the box for as a blocker for Santa Cruz. And E-Rex is looking a bit chagrined coming around the track. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe it was she almost got some points, but didn't quite.
And so Rat City just inching like 3 points here and there, but they're up to 26, holding on to that lead. And that is Morgan Metzley jamming for the second time today against Skirty.
And Skirt Vonnegut has a private pilot's license, has since 2011, and she keeps it in her office drawer next to her unused coupons.
Oh, I'm loving these little facts that we're learning on all these skaters.
And thank you to all the skaters for telling us this so we can let everyone else know. Skirt is a monster truck, just pushing that entire Rat City wall. Morgan McSlay does get the lead. And now Skirt, with some help from the rest of the team, is able to bust through.
And skating with style, I like her form. She's just so calm.
Oh, yeah. Skirt has so much fun on the track. Fierce competitor, but always just like, this is the most fun thing there is to do.
No, I love her attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? I kind of miss that jammer point, though. She kind of...
I have to say, when we change the rules, there's always a moment when I think, do I miss the old rule or do I love the new rule? And a lot of the times these days, I love the new rule. I love that we're not arguing about, is the jammer point happening and can any of the refs see it?
I know, it's so hard to keep track of.
Oh,
I can never keep track of it, but that's why I'm not a ref.
Exactly.
Oh, Teratot is the lead jammer.
Teratot, longtime skater for Santa Cruz. Jumping that apex, making it through.
Flying through the pack and calling it off.
And with a big smile and a point to the crowd at home, Tara knows that was excellent work.
And we have a replay.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Take a look at that.
And there it is, taking flight, calling it off, jumping over that turn and scoring points for Santa Cruz.
Also, the Santa Cruz Derby Girls would like to thank their sponsor, Rock Tape. Rock Tape provides the best kinesiology tape for their skaters to keep them performing stronger and longer on the track. They are also generously donated tape and topical pain relief to all the athletes participating in the 2019 Boardwalk Empire. Hashtag Rock Tape. Hashtag Go Stronger Longer.
Alyssa Prey jamming in white for Rat City. Alyssa Prey is the lead jammer. Maddie Masochist caught up in the pack. Oh, and through the pack on her initial pass.
And Carmen gets getting knocked down by Santa Cruz, getting back up again and being a one-person block. I feel like that was defense, offense, and everything all together from Carmen Getsum, which honestly, I've kind of come to expect from that skater. She's amazing.
Oh, yeah. She's one of the most vetted skaters here at this tournament. She's 14 years experience, and it's really great to see her still skating.
Oh, yeah, and used to be a jammer, now primarily a pivot, and she does a lot of coaching all around the world, and it's just tremendous. Can't admire her more. She's so good.
Ooh, Wild Carnage through quickly. She's already been declared lead jammer for Rat City.
Intense. And E-Rex getting through the front. That pack was extended so far.
Ooh. Nice little apex hop by Wild Carnage. Hits it, quits it, calls it off. So I believe that was 4 more points. Yes, 4 more points for Rat City.
And E-Rex giving fist bumps and low fives with all teammates. I always love it to see when jammers show that much appreciation for their blockers because, well, I heard a great saying a while ago, which is blockers get points and jammers pick them up.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because you can't get it done without your team.
We got 5-on-5 again. Skirt Vonnegut against A Green.
Oh, a nice hit there by, that was Jem Jones at the back of the pack for Santa Cruz. Thought that she'd hit the jammer all the way out, and indeed, that was a cutting the track penalty.
And Skirt is the lead jammer for Santa Cruz.
Just in time. And lead and power, and that means that Pivot Cassie Beck is sending the pack forward to do offense. Looked like there was gonna be an attempt at goating that last Rat City blocker, and then they just let her through. And around turn 3, Skirt. Oh, that was a nice hit by Carmen Getsum.
It was a shimmy block. It was very, it looked like it hurt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like my cat before she pounces, does a little shimmy thing and then leaps.
Yeah.
That's what we saw here today. And now we have Cassie Beck again recycling A Green. And that 3-wall gets busted by A Green with a very solid hit. And Rat has almost completely stopped Skirt Vonnegut from moving.
Oh yeah, I think someone's paying for that.
That would be indeed aforementioned Carmen Getsum going to the box, I believe, for utterly stopping. Oh!
Beautiful apex jump by Skirt Vonnegut flying through. Skirt is at 12 points and counting.
And Skirt is now going to the outside lane, pushing to the inside. Great hit there, or positional blocking, really. Who was that, number 83? Thumper Skull.
Santa Cruz showing some momentum here. That's 2 scoreless. Okay, 1 scoreless jam. Yeah, 2 scoreless jams in a row for Rat City. And Well, we'll see what's going to happen next. We still have plenty of time in this first half. We're halfway through the first half.
And Rat City just called a timeout. So let me talk about SOL Santa Cruz. SOL Santa Cruz is a proud sponsor of the league, providing subsidized treatments and chiropractic services for our athletes. SOL team members will be on site this weekend, taping athletes with rock tape and providing all kinds of great services. Because you know what? They love us. We love them. SOL Santa Cruz. Thank you guys so much.
And let me correct myself. That was actually a 16-point jam, and that is the highest scoring jam of this game by Skirt Vonnegut.
Tremendous. So not just for her team, but for the game in general?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Go Skirt.
Yep.
And I mean, that was honestly, at this moment, the most valuable jam because it diminished that point lead that Rat City was holding for all that time.
Oh, yeah. We have a 4-point game, folks.
All of a sudden. And Rat City is not letting that stand.
No, Alyssa Perry has been declared lead jammer, but Tara Tots is out of the pack.
And
beautiful double axel around the outside, calling it off. Clapping. That was a great pass.
That was a well-earned self high five.
Yes, self high five for sure. Okay, quick 4 points, making an 8-point lead by Rat City.
And now we have number 513 Morgan McSlay for Rat going up against number 626 Maddie Masochist for Santa Cruz.
This is Morgan's 3rd time jamming today. Ooh. Morgan's through, right?
Almost.
A nice catch at the front. Oh, wonderful. That was great defense by Santa Cruz because lead jammer status is going to Maddie.
That was at the expense of Cassie Beck blocking out of play, and then a directional penalty being called against blocker number 444 Unleashed. So Santa Cruz is down. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. That low tuck and roll jam. So good. Morgan McSlay competed in the California State free throw competition when she was 13. And she played half a season with an Angel City home team, the Road Rangers. So all kinds of sports in Morgan McSlay's past and future. And present. All tenses.
A Green back on the jam line against E-Rex. Jamming for Rat City versus Santa Cruz, respectively. Lead jammer going. Oh, it looks like she's been declared. Yes, she is the lead jammer, but not the jammer in the lead.
Wait, and what's happening with E-Rex?
Oh, she's going to eat the baby from behind? Called it off.
That was such a weird move. I wasn't sure if she made the circuit around the track, because I couldn't quite see what was happening, and I think maybe Umpire Strikes Back wasn't able to tell either, because there is now a, it's not the officials, it is in fact Rat City asking for an official review on that move. So we will see what they have to say, and since I mentioned the officials, I just want to say our officials today that you will see, both skating and non-skating, are Umpire Strikes Back, Whistle, Sear, Bruce Almighty, Johnny Demonic, doesn't matter, Spike, and Dilly Gaff. Those are your skating officials.
Oh, it doesn't matter. That's great.
I love that. No, and also, okay, I know you're here to watch the game, but if you get a chance to see Doesn't Matter skate, he has the best open, like beyond ballet perfect open skate position, so he can skate sideways. And he has gotten to the point where he has this amazing athleticism on the outside pack. So if you happen to see this, all of our skate refs are amazing, but he's just got this style to the way he skates. We also have our non-skating officials. We have Extra Crispy, Rex Blocker, Amy Farrell Fowler, 9 Inch Wheels, Rachel Scarson, Spunky Brewster, Apron, Toad, hi Toad, D. Molly Shore, and Alias. I've worked with Alias for many a year. Actually, all of these officials are so seasoned, so experienced, and so professional. It's such an honor to work with these people, and they bring so much quality to this game. Now, you've been doing these stats. What, when looking into the crystal ball of the stats page, what do you see?
I see that lead gem is, I'm trying to do my percentage quickly in my head, but no, Santa Cruz has had 6 of the 16 jams. I would say maybe 40% lead gem
Sure,
status.
I'll say you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that math.
And I guess they're going to let that call stand from before, so 38-33.
And that means that Rat City does lose their official review. And Alyssa Bray, leaning back, calls off that jam, gathers 3 points, and is able to shut out Santa Cruz. No points given, and I'm about to find out what happened in that review.
There we go.
Sorry about that. That's all right. Rat City was jamming it. They cut call Santa Cruz. The last one?
Yeah. On the jam.
The no cut call will stand as the officials felt that they did see.
Great. So indeed, Rat City was as confused by E-Rex's moves on the track as I was, since they were big and bold, and I didn't see where she exited and entered from. And the official said that no cut call will stand. So that is why Rat City lost that official review.
Okay.
And that is why we have experienced and multitudes of officials.
Tara Todd taking a huge hit, but she was the lead jammer, calls it off.
And I'll point out that that is, in fact, why we have those walls here, because if it wasn't the wall, that would have been the crowd.
Tara Todd's really happy about it, though. I love her smile. She's got a great attitude.
So thank you, all of our people who set up this entire space to make this tournament happen. You might have saved a life tonight.
I missed some points here, so my stats are going to be a little wonky. But we have A Green back on the jam line for Rat City.
Well, it's total 43-36, so I betcha we can work back from that. Heloise trying to keep the outside line. Ooh, and unfortunately, number 444 Unleashed goes back to the penalty box. And that is the 3rd penalty for Unleashed in this game. And wow, Shamrock and Roller went down hard on turn 1. Got back up, so she's fine. But that was a rough one. And at this point, for the first time, I feel like they're holding back A Green in a way that they haven't been able to in the past. And Shammy pushes out Green. Green gives a frustrated yell. And we have the Rat City pivot going into the penalty box, so there cannot be a star pass.
Yeah, Santa Cruz really on a roll. Maddie Masochist is a lead jammer, and Santa Cruz has had 4 of the last 5 jams. They've had lead jammer status.
And we just saw Cassie Beck come back on, give a grin and a shimmy as she approached the other jammer, or the opposing jammer, and not even making contact, just basically saying, "I'm here."
That's terrifying.
It's great.
Blocking with her mind.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And that pivot returns. That's number 55, R. Rickle for Rat, is able to make it all the way around the Santa Cruz wall and become a bridge to extend that forward wall. Because, man, Maddie Masochist is fighting every player and comes out with another 4 points.
Oh, yeah, the pack was really stretched. Look at that scoreboard. We have an official. Yep, there it is. A lead train. Grab your cocktail, take a sip, because Santa Cruz is currently in the lead by 1 point, 43-44.
And that hometown crowd is just so happy right now. I don't know if you can hear them through the microphones, but they are ecstatic at that 1 point. And so this is E-Rex going up against number 91 in white, Alyssa Prey. And Alyssa dodges to the outside, comes back in, makes it happen. And yet, that was a cutting the track penalty that she's just hearing. I wasn't sure. I saw her come in and I thought that it was in bounds. This is why I'm not an official.
That is the 3rd power jam this game for Santa Cruz, and it is their 3rd lead jam in a row. They've had lead jam 5 of the 6 past jams. So
well, no wonder they were able to make up those points.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's a dive to the inside from E-Rex, and that will be a low block, I believe, against Carmen Get Some. Doesn't matter if you meant to or not. If someone falls over you, you're a low block.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah. Safety's important.
Oh,
but sometimes it's really
posh.
you can't help it. You should get points for trying to get out of the way.
you can't have half a penalty.
Okay, E-Rex got in a little trouble.
And that is a cutting the track penalty against E-Rex. And a cutting the track penalty. Wait, not against E-Rex. I was mistaken. That is against Alyssa Prey.
Her second one this jam. E-Rex looking to her bench is going to keep on going.
Well, it's either continuing to pick up your own points or bring in a fresh jammer. And E-Rex looks pretty fresh right now.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh. Look at that beautiful sweep. Oh, nope. Foiled sweep from the inside.
That is some good awareness and really good teamwork when a sweep happens and the opposition is able to say,
Yep, nope.
And look at that from number 322. That is Kosher Assault, using Carmen Get Some as basically as a push object. It's not quite hammer and nail because it's not harsh enough. It's more positional blocking. I don't know, what would that be? Mallet and stake? Something, just shoving
Ooh, I
Carmen
like that
through that.
description. Yeah. So yeah, nice 12-point jam right there. 20 points scored in the past 2 jams by Santa Cruz as they hold on to the lead 56-43 over Rat City.
Now this is number 513, Morgan McSlay. On the board, it's showing up as Wild Carnage, which is incorrect. And that is a cutting the track penalty against Slay.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not what Rat needs in this moment. Santa Cruz has a comfortable, if not deep, lead at this point.
Yep, that skirt fighting at the front of that pack. Lead jammer set is still up for grabs. One more blocker to pass. Yep, she is the lead jammer. 4 lead jams in a row for Santa Cruz.
Cinnamon Slam getting some good hits in at the end there, but that was the end of the 20 feet. Gotta let it go. Skirt comes around the outside, only 2 blockers to go. And Morgan McSlay comes in and is able to re-engage.
Skirt resetting, but Skirt is on a scoring pass.
And that is a star pass, first star pass of the day, going to R. Rickle of Rat City. Rat is out for the scoring pass. Skirt Vonnegut saw that happening. And an official review is being called by Santa Cruz, and we will let you know as soon as we do what that's all about.
Yep, 3 scoreless jams in a row for Rat City.
That is impressive. That is such an impressive turnaround. Santa Cruz was looking a little dire there for a moment. A lot of shutouts, a lot of loss of lead. Where do you think they are right now?
Well, they did not switch the momentum until jam number 13. We are about to start jam number 22. But yeah, they're really on a roll. It's looking really good for both teams. I mean, they're both still in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it would surprise me a lot.
Yeah.
if that were not true. But I do see that we already have 3 penalties each for, who are they? For Unleashed and Cassie Beck of Santa Cruz. And only 1 player, and that is Natural Selector for Rat, has 3 penalties. Those are the most we've got right now. Yes, apologies. I was looking at from far away to a small screen, and I wanted to make sure that I was saying that player's name correctly. As far as I know, that is Natural Selector. So there we go.
Okay, so while we're sitting here, I'm going to tell you about Togo's, my new favorite local sandwich shop. So let's hear it for Togo's, exclusive track pack sponsor for the 2019 Boardwalk Empire. They are keeping our officials fed all weekend long. And not only that they're donating 20% of their sales this weekend, directly benefiting the Santa Cruz Derby girls. Thank you, Togo's.
Togo's is amazing. I had a very delicious sandwich from them in the break because they're not just feeding officials, they're feeding me too.
Oh, me
so
too.
I appreciate you, Togos.
Yep, I tried them yesterday.
So good.
And we're about to get some scoop on that call.
Cruz requesting a misconduct call for hitting a down skater. The no call will lose 3 points.
So what happened for that official review is that Santa Cruz felt that there was misconduct from one of the Rat City skaters. They thought that the Rat City had hit a downed skater, and upon official review, the no call stands.
Okay. No call stands, but that is a green, the lead jammer for Rat City. This is their
Lead jammer instead got a cutting the track before acquiring the lead. Lead is still available.
So that's 4 power jams within 3 jams for Santa Cruz.
That is such an advantage. And Teratot, a powerful, powerful skater, coming through. Rat City really rallying around swiftly, just surrounding that jammer and creating much more difficulty. And again, stellar pivot. Carmen gets holding back with a 2-person. Oh, great hit to the inside. But that was the end of the line. There was no more space. It was, if you wanted to re-engage, you'd get a penalty.
Yep. So power jam is over though. A Green is at the back of the pack on her initial. Teratot halfway through on her scoring pass, going down right at the top apex.
And A Green re-engaging and getting a lot of help from Carmen Getsum and from the foremost blocker, who is facing away from me, so I cannot see her number. Oh, what a great hit. And that same aforementioned blocker is now 619 Red Divicious. Now I can say who they are.
Yes. And the jam is called just as A Green almost hits the back of the pack, so that will be Rat City again holding at 43, and Santa Cruz up to 62 points.
This is great work from Santa Cruz. Again, they are ranked 2 places below Rat City internationally, so this is great work by both teams. I'm so happy.
26 points in the past 4 jams going to Santa Cruz. Alyssa Prey back on the jam line for Rat City. Alyssa quickly through. She is the lead jammer.
Shamrock and Roller goes head over heels for that hit. And then just down. What a great hitter is Alyssa Prey. So, these players are so physical. We've seen some derby over the weekend and frankly over the past couple years that's a little more positional, a little more stopped. This game is so fast and so full of hits. And
as they come to almost a complete stop.
And that is indeed a stop pack penalty being called against number 83 in white, Thumper Skull. You can't do that. You can almost stop them. You cannot completely stop them.
So Maddie Masochist jamming for Santa Cruz, still on her initial pass, stashing the helmet cover, taking some hits at the front of the pack.
And it is purely a stash because Cassie Beck is way, way, way back and not preparing for a pass at all. And that on the toe stops gets recycled back, but that's a penalty, so is let go. Man, that was hard.
Only 1 Rat City blocker currently on the track, and just as I said that, 2. So we'll have a 4-2 pack advantage coming up for Santa Cruz, and we have a replay right now.
Let's take a look at that.
And oh, never mind. We'll show you some more stuff later. So it's 51-62, 11-point game. Santa Cruz holding on to that lead.
Instead of an instant replay, it's just an instant play. We're just gonna watch this derby game. Here it is.
Okay, this really is wild carnage. Jamming for Rat City at the back of the pack.
Getting knocked to the outside, coming to the inside, and who's got them? It's number 13, Chelsea Smile, and E-Rex going out.
That is only the 2nd power jam for Rat City so far this half.
And that was a back block taking E-Rex out. And it looks like a cutting the track penalty, taking out Wild Carnage. So this will be a 2-minute jam. Both jammers have given up their power at one point during this game. So up comes E-Rex. And that's a forearm penalty, taking out Santa Cruz pivot. And what is that pivot number 30 through R2 detonate? And everybody just kind of falls down.
Small little pile up. Ooh, again and again.
It's the angriest cuddle puddle.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so power jam over and more leapfrog action right in front of us at turn number 4.
And you can see again Chelsea Smile dodging and weaving with teammate Veronica LaRosa. LaRosa, lately of Bay Area Derby, now a key player for Santa Cruz.
She actually played for Texas Roller Girls about a season and a half, a few years back.
Fantastic. Yeah, no wonder she is such a valuable player.
Yeah, she's doing great right now. Okay, E-Rex threw on her initial pass. That was some work.
And that is once again Carmen Getsum going into the box. That's what you get for aggression sometimes. Play hard, penalty hard.
And the period clock is over.
And the jam clock is about to end. Give us a second. That is your first half, you guys. Wow, what a game.
What a game. That was exciting.
A game. The athleticism and intensity of all of these players is thrilling. I am so excited to get to watch this game. So, where are we?
We'll be right back in less than 15 minutes, but so far 66 points. Santa Cruz leading to 51 points for Rat City. So we'll be right back here on the same channel. Hold tight, folks.
All right, join us in like 10 minutes or less. We're going to recap this game when we come back.
Thank you.
Back with the score 51 Rat to 66 Santa Cruz. So Muffin, tell me a little bit about what happened in that last half.
We had a very exciting first half. So Rat City took the first lead. They held that lead to jam number 13, and then Santa Cruz went on a run. But at this point, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Rat City.
The realities of life, people.
Yes, they're leading in lead jammer status is 54%, but that's very close. So 54-46% for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is winning in power jams 7-2. And only one star pass has occurred in this game, and that was for Rat City.
And I will say that also Santa Cruz has kept largely out of the penalty box in that first half. So we had 15 penalties for Santa Cruz versus 23 for Rat City, which honestly, I mean, that's not terrible. That's not a terrible penalized game. But Rat City, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 skaters who have 3 penalties each and 2 skaters with 4 penalties each, whereas with Santa Cruz, only 2 of their skaters, Unleashed and Cassie Beck, have 3 penalties each, which means that Rat City is in, no one's in trouble yet, but 4 is on that brink. If you get 4 in the first half, you best not get 3 in the second half or you're out of there.
Yeah. So fairly clean. We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both teams doing a 4-jammer rotation. High score for Rat City is Alyssa Prey with approximately, these are unofficial stats, about 24 points. And the high scorer, again, Skirt Vonnegut having a great game again, 23 points, at least 23-ish for Santa Cruz. Of course, these are my unofficial stats.
Well, I bet they're pretty darn close because let's be honest, we keep our stats at the table because we don't have access to the stats that are being kept by the actual non-skating officials because, well, they're writing them on paper and they are far away. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate. I mean, if you have official stats, you are magic, and I appreciate you. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty close. And Skirt is just warming up at behind the jam line, making sure that she has full coverage of the complete width of the track.
Yep, and it's 4-2 pack advantage for Skirt as well, but these are both of our high scorers of the game jamming against each other. Alyssa Prey versus Skirt Vonnegut.
And Skirt is coming on up through the outside, does get shoved out, but since her blocker got knocked down as well, that doesn't mean a recycle, and Skirt is out. But she is not the lead. Lead is Alyssa Prey, but Skirt is in front. And we now have a jam pivot race.
That was a cyclone of blocking, too, that they both had to get through, and they both got through at pretty much the same time. They're already made a full rotation of the track. They're on the second rotation, and Skirt winning this jam.
Skirt jumping the apex to win this jam.
She was ahead, but they're both 4 for 4 at this point in time.
And this is the fastest pack that we have seen in this game, quite possibly in this tournament. There we go. Ray goes to the inside.
Oh, she just
basically steps over the apex. Yeah.
Those long legs.
Like
just
a gazelle.
through. Yeah, that was really pretty.
And Skirt more slowly gets recycled back. Prey decides, all right, that's enough. And again, this is now Rat City one more time, able to chip away at that lead with 9-5, so a 4-point advantage on that extensive jam. That is what I like to see.
Yeah, that was exciting. Welcome back to Derby.
I feel welcome.
So Terra Tot back on the jam line for Santa Cruz, and that is Wild Carnage jamming again for Rat City. Looks like we do have, yes, everybody's on the track, 10 skaters.
Woo! Carnage immediately gets the lead, does get recycled back, but that pack is so fast that it's hard to hold a wall at this speed. So still, the baby has been eaten, the baby has been released. Out comes Wild Carnage.
Little shirt whip by Terra Tot. She's out on her initial pass.
Yeah, Terra Tot will use all of her teammates, including their uniforms, in order to get what she needs.
Those Frogmouth jerseys really got some good stretch to them.
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned Frogmouth. I want to mention Frogmouth because Thank you, Frogmouth Clothing, for helping the Santa Cruz Derby girls with creatively designed professional uniforms this season. Visit frogmouthclothing.com for all of your roller derby athletic apparel. And I'll just say, both in form and function, Frogmouth is so great. I think they're unbeatable at the moment.
Oh yeah, and you can do any kind of design you want. Like the sublimation is so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like the owner, Albie Bach, from Texas Roller Girls fame, she always designs her own shirt for any theme she wants. I've seen her do Western shit for herself, whatever she wants. Like if you see her at RollerCon, she's got an array of clothing that she could wear.
Of course. And up comes A Green one more time in the lead and getting a little more fire. I saw A Green feeling or seeming a little worn out by how much she was held back by the Santa Cruz wall in that first half. None of that is being seen right now. A Green is just taking it and bringing those points home. Unfortunately, Unleashed from Santa Cruz does go to the penalty box, even as Maddie Masochist gets out on that scoring pass. Oh, and who is that? Number 83 for, that is Thumper Skull getting a 4th penalty for Rat City.
We have a 1-point game, folks. So the momentum, it has shifted again. So we have 19 points scored so far, 3 lead jams in a row by Rat City.
And obviously had some good strategic talks over that halftime because, wow, they are just coming back with a vengeance.
Indeed. So E-Rex back on the jam line against Alyssa Prey.
And Alyssa recycles, spins to the outside, using the momentum of her opposition to come through and take the lead. Oh, that's good.
4 lead jams in a row. A little tumble. E-Rex slow to get up. Okay, she's okay.
She's okay. In Derby, as I'm sure you all know, there's always that moment of, is it? And thankfully, looks like we're good. And E-Rex just tumbling forward into that final 2-wall from Rat, going up against Carmen Getsum. And Carmen is able, with the assistance of that bracing blocker, number 619, Red Devicious, recycling E-Rex. And E-Rex is going down to the ground a few times.
And the pack just going from the turn 1 to turn 2, resetting back. Yeah, E-Rex does totally. They keep resetting her back to turn 1, but we do have 4 points for Alyssa Prey.
And R2 Detonate, the pivot for Santa Cruz, goes into the box, so there is not an opportunity for a star pass. So even if E-Rex with hat in hand wanted to make that happen, no, she's got to do it herself.
But she is. I mean, she did it herself. She's out of that pack, though.
Herself with the assistance of her blocking teammates, let's be clear.
Okay, yes. Okay.
I never want to imply that a jammer ever does things alone, unless literally their entire team is in the penalty box.
And we do have, look at that scoreboard, we do have a lead change. Rat City taking back that lead for the second time. And so 5-point game, though. Skirt Vonnegut back on the jam line. And chomping at the bit to go.
Pacing back and forth. And again, we're seeing a lot of that active approach from the Seattle line. So they start off at the pivot line, then do a slow or fast approach to the jam line. That was a lot of hitting.
It was, and
a lot of hitting.
Yes, I thought Morgan McSlade was going to make that spin, but that hit hurt. She thought she was out, and they kept pulling her back in.
Mm-hmm.
So Lee Jemmer set us up for grabs.
Ooh, and Cassie Beck going back, and that was a low block being called for whoever tripped her up.
It's 5th lead jam in a row for Rat City. Morgan McSlade hitting the back of the pack.
Like, jumping almost, hitting with such speed. And coming up against Cassie Beck, who does a final shove and knocks her down, but not out. Up comes Skirt Vonnegut to the outside, knocked to the outside. And survey says 0 points for Santa Cruz and 1 for Rat. So just another chip away from Rat City.
Santa Cruz held a 5 point so far this second half.
And in the second half, the Santa Cruz Derby Girls partners each year with one organization as their featured nonprofit. And this year, they are honored to be partnered with the Santa Cruz SPCA. Santa Cruz SPCA provides safe harbor for animals in need and promotes an active, humane community through adoption, advocacy, and education. Thank you, SPCA. You guys are amazing.
Currently in a power jam, so Tara Tots is the lead jammer.
And going
Did they not field a jammer?
Well,
I can't see the penalty box.
No, they've got a jammer in the box.
Okay, cool. So that is going to be Morgan McSplay.
That would be terrifying, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And honestly, Rat is so experienced that I would fall over in a faint of surprise if that is something that they did.
Right.
Not to say it doesn't happen.
Right. So we did not see the infraction, but Morgan McSlay is out on her halfway through a scoring pass. This jam is called. 7-point jam.
7-2. So a 5-point difference in that 7 points to Santa Cruz. You guys, it's a nail biter.
Oh my God.
This half is going to be amazing. It's going to be so good.
So good. It is good.
And again, that slow approach to the line. I'm guessing that gives just a little more momentum and ability to use their physics up against Maddie Masochist.
And that's A Green at the front of the pack, jamming for Rat City.
And Maddie cuts to the inside and gets another blocker to the face. Mountain Deranged. And both of these teams, you think they're in one place, and they get so quickly to the next place that they need to be. Rat City was just at the back of the pack, helping out their own jammer, and now they're at the front of the pack, trying to keep Maddie Masochist from moving forward. And we've seen a couple times Rat City being a bit too effective at stopping the wall, stopping the jammer, and keeping the wall solid. In this case, Maddie just pushes them to the utmost. Inside, center, and they've already reformed, and they're already so strong.
A Green sneaking around the out. No, getting caught up. Oh, okay, she's out. That was her initial pass, though. That's 2 lead jams in a row going to Santa Cruz.
And that was Shamrock and Roller giving that final fight against A Green. Shamrock and Roller will not let you go on your terms. It must be on her terms.
Grab your drinks, my friends. 81-79 in favor of Santa Cruz. 3 points. 3-point game.
Also in Santa Cruz is Skateworks. Skateworks is Santa Cruz's preeminent skate shop, providing all the Derby people with fantastic service and sponsored pricing on all gear and skates that they need to take to the track. Skateworks is on site here all weekend. So if you're in the neighborhood, visit them and get your gear today. Thank you, Skateworks. And thank you, Alyssa Prey from Rat City, taking the lead another time.
She's 3 for 3, lead jammer status so far the second half. We do have a power jam for Rat City.
E-Rex has cut the track, and at a terrible time for Santa Cruz, because with Alyssa Prey taking this power jam, that means that she has the opportunity to take the point lead back as well. And in fact, that's another 4 points, so lo and behold, that's your lead change.
Sippy Sue, my friends. Have a drink on me.
And if you're not drinking alcohol, have a LaCroix. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Right.
And we are in such a tight game that the crowd is making vocal commentary every time a penalty is called. And so Alyssa Prey has lost the lead and the power, sending E-Rex back onto the track.
That was a forearm penalty on Alyssa Prey.
And another forearm penalty being called on Santa Cruz pivot number 33, R2 Detonate. Now, R2 has gotten a number of penalties just in this half, so she is now up to 4 penalties for the game, joining buddy Cassie Beck in the 4 penalty club for Santa Cruz.
Power jam over.
And jam still has a little over 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time for both teams to get some work done. We can see that E-Rex has hat in hand coming through, not passing the star. Can't pass the star until R2 comes back to the track, which she just did.
That was a beautiful one-hopped spin around on a turn, getting around everyone and getting 4 more points. So that's 8 points and counting for Alyssa Prey.
And again, the track speeds up. Again, Santa Cruz falls over themselves. It's not a low block because you can legally do whatever the heck you want to your own teammates. Not actually, just Derby Lee.
That was a 16-point jam right there.
We are pausing a moment. It looks like Santa Cruz would like a timeout, and who can blame them? 16 is not the largest jam, but is that the
tied?
But no, didn't Screw have a 24-point jam at some
point?
Screw
had 16, and that was the highest. So they're
I saw the 24 down there.
That's
and I was
total points.
Total points. There you go.
For the first half.
So there you go. This is why I need to not read stats sheets that are not my own.
Oh, I know. And you have to speak Muffinese to read my code here because it's a mess.
I'm closing in on it. I'm closing in. So while we're in a pause, let's talk about a couple of these other sponsors because the sponsors are really what keep us going here at the Boardwalk Empire. So I want to give a big shout out to Fit Aid. Thank you to Fit Aid for your generous product donation to all of the visiting teams' gift baskets and our tournament snack bar, providing clean nutritional drink blends for active lifestyles. Fit Aid, you make us look good, so thank you for that. And I want to give one more shout out to Rock Tape. They're so nice. We'll talk about them twice. Rock Tape provides the best kinesthesiology tape for all skaters to keep them performing stronger and longer on the track. I didn't mean for that to sound quite as dirty as that sounded, but that is the text that I have been tasked to say. They've also generously donated tape and topical pain relief to all of the athletes participating. Hashtag Rock Tape. Hashtag Go Stronger Longer. And hashtag Wild Carnage is in the lead.
Yep, round the outside quickly. That skirt still on her initial pass, resetting at the back of the pack. Both packs really close and tight at turn number 1. But Wild Carnage is on 1 lap ahead of Skirt.
Skirt's out. Now on the scoring pass. Let's see if Wild Carnage, yes indeed, Wild Carnage says I'm not. And there was a final hit there by Santa Cruz, but I guess that was before the 4th whistle, so still in bounds, still good to go.
And
so Danger Muffin is having a little conversation with the Santa Cruz lineup right now. But it looks like it's fine. It's within the 30 seconds before starting the next jam, so we're all just continuing on with our day.
Okay, Alyssa Prey back on the jam line in white against Terratots in blue.
Oof. And Ace Ventura goes down hard, jumps back up again into the inside line. Out comes Alyssa Prey.
3 lead jams in a row going to the skaters in white. And Alyssa, wow.
Oh, look at that toe stop work.
Like
that's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful leap right over the apex. Oh, little hard hit.
A hard hit by number 13. That is Chelsea Smile. And we do have a Star Pass new jammer of record. R2 Detonate is out on the scoring pass in front. And you know what? Prey just decides, let's keep going.
She's looking at her bench.
And bench says, keep going.
It looked like she shook her head. Like,
yeah. There was a moment that if I were to read her mind, it would be, are you sure, guys? Because, I mean, I'd like to, and indeed they said to call it off. That was beautiful. And Rat City comes over the century, 102 points to Santa Cruz's 83. Only a 2-point gain on that jam, but if they keep this up, they're going to just extend the lead. They're just going to make it happen.
Yeah, Santa Cruz holding it. Oh, they got 3 more points on that one, too, so they're at 86.
Yeah, they did.
I missed that. Okay, so
that's
we're back.
Everything's good.
Yeah, A Green back on the jam line against Maddie Masochist.
And look at that fast skate where Cassie Beck knocking A Green out to the back, recycle.
Ooh, lead jammer status going to Maddie Masochist.
And the crowd loves it. I am certain you guys heard that woo. And so Maddie is now able to score points and got past a couple. Cassie Beck one more time. Did you see that windmill on the toe stops? So good.
A Green stashing the helmet cover.
Everyone knows she's the jammer.
Oof.
Spins around, gets one final hit. Oh, wow. That was from number 8, Shamrock and Roller, team captain for Santa Cruz. And I guess you can see why.
Yeah, Maddie caught up at turn number 2.
And again, that Rat City wall is almost stopped.
Not moving.
Just so solid.
Oop, oh. All right, A Green round the outside. That was her initial pass.
And Shamrock and Roller attempts to chase down. And there that is the jam called off by Santa Cruz. Great work and a 3-point gain there. We have a number of local sponsors here for Santa Cruz Derby Girls, and so we'd like to thank all of them right now. Amory Body Arts, Anatometal, I'm sorry, I always mispronounce your name at first. Bay Federal Credit Union, Granite Construction, Michael Thornbrough, Nourish, Santa Cruz Home Finance, Santa Cruz Life, Santa Cruz Strength, TAM Communications, and Westside Aerobics and Martial Arts. Thank you guys, you're the best.
Yes, thank you. And Morgan McSlay is already the lead jammer for Rat City. That is skirt jamming in blue for Santa Cruz. Caught up at the apex and round the outside, throw on her initial pass.
Carmen gets him going one more time into the penalty box. I believe that is 5 for Carmen.
And 12 minutes left in this game.
Well, that is plenty of time. The Boardwalk Bowl is the proud uniform sponsor of the Santa Cruz Derby Girls. They will also be hosting the after party at Coaster's Bar and Grill. That will be time to party with good food, a full bar, and karaoke. How can you say no? We hope to see you there at Coaster's Bar and Grill. Thank you, Boardwalk Bowl.
Alyssa Prey jamming against Teratot. Teratot bobbing and weaving, trying to take that outside lane, getting denied. Okay, she's through. Teratot is the lead jammer.
And that is a cutting the track penalty being called against a blocker for Seattle. I can't quite see that. It's 0-7-0, that Cinnamon Slam. Really trying to hold up that outside or that final bit of the pack and unfortunately cut the track in the process.
So quick 3-point jam for Santa Cruz. 12-point game. Just under 11 minutes left in this game.
And we've got number 217 Wild Carnage coming up. And Wild Carnage played bank track with Texas for 2 years and had a 3-year hiatus before coming back to Rat City. And bank track can get pretty intense. So I can see why flat track is such a good fit for this Wild Carnage.
She actually did 1 season with Texas Roller Girls in between her move here and her time with Texas Roller Derby.
That would totally make sense.
Yeah, and she does spend a lot of time in the skating bowls too.
Yeah, I love that skating bowls are a thing that are so solid in the Derby community and just kind of the extended skating community right now. Take your quads out, get in a bowl.
Yep. So E-Rex is currently the lead jammer. 2 lead jams in a row for Santa Cruz.
And E-Rex getting recycled back, getting a little more momentum, and just getting shoved to the outside. I cannot see the number of that blocker, but great work from Rat City. Unfortunately, Wild Carnage gets track cutting. I don't know if that was E-Rex not recognizing that that was a track cut rather than an approach, or if E-Rex said, I have had enough, let's get a fresh jammer on the track. Either way is a very valid strategy, because starting with a power jam just means that you're more likely, not guaranteed, but you're more likely to get that lead.
Yep, so that means Wild Carnage will start this next jam from the penalty box. That is the 10th power jam for Santa Cruz, and that is Maddie Masochist, the lone jammer currently on the track. for Santa Cruz.
Lone jammer, all alone. I'm going to work out my loneliness by fighting this pack that is trying to stop me but shall not. And again, breaks the seam, comes through the end. Wow, what great blocking work there by Natural Selector.
Power jam over, and that is 3 lead jams in a row for Santa Cruz.
Unfortunately, Natural Selector did not notice the 20-foot limit, got out of pack blocking, and so is going to the box to think about that for a minute.
Maddie fighting through that last one, but she's through for 4 more points.
Natural Selector, not only a fierce competitor and hard blocker, but can solve the Rubik's Cube in 60 seconds.
Oh, that's an amazing feat.
That is an amazing feat.
Multi-talented skaters.
No wonder she can figure out what's going on the track all the time. None of it's a mystery.
4 more for Maddie.
You guys, it's a 2-point game. It's 104 to 102. It's a 2-point game.
I too can do the Rubik's Cube, but I have to put the stickers back on after I take them off, but I can get it back.
That's not how that works.
But we do currently have a 2-point game, folks.
All right, and that's the end of that jam. Everyone is so tense right now. These teams are doing so good. And provided for Santa Cruz Skateworks is Santa Cruz's preeminent skate shop, providing all derby skaters with fantastic service and sponsored pricing on all the gear and skates. Now that means that if you're a derby skater, that means you can come in and get discounts just because you do derby, and Skateworks loves you. And so Skateworks is on site all weekend. Visit them, get your gear today. They're just the nicest people. Skateworks.
A Green shooting out of that pack with a vengeance. She is the lead jammer. Terratot still caught up. No, Terratot is through. No, we have a star pass.
R2 Detonate. That's the second time R2 Detonate has taken the star from being the pivot. And we sped up for a moment. R2 Detonate with really good speed, engaging the front of the pack. And
wow.
Beautiful skating by Green.
She's like, I see a little 3-inch hole. I'm going to take it.
I don't even know if that was 3 inches. That was so good.
That was so smooth.
And that is a forearm penalty, taking out Terratot. Good thing Terratot's not the jammer anymore. R2 Detonate still trying to bust through that rat wall. Such great skating by Green. Teammate number 619, Red Devicious, is going to the box now.
Yep, that's 12 points and counting so far for A Green. Pocket a standstill just before turn number 3. Terratot resetting. Ooh, getting through. Doing a Z-can-can as she got through on that pass for 4 points for Santa Cruz.
And that's a cutting the track penalty, taking out number 36 in blue. That's Hermione Danger. Hermione, you are in danger of having a penalty.
You in
and
danger,
going to the
girl.
box. You in danger. Whoopi Goldberg agrees. Hermione is in danger. Keeping all of us out of danger is S1 Helmets. Shout out to S1 for protecting all of the Santa Cruz Derby girls this weekend. And you know what? Let's be honest. So many other skaters. S1 is the standard helmet for Derby of the moment. The S1 Lifer helmets and knee pads have SCDG, feeling safer and more confident than ever. And their old slogan, get a lifer, be a lifer. I'm a lifer, you're a lifer, everybody here's a lifer. Wouldn't you like to be a lifer too? Be a lifer, get S1 lifer. Please don't sue me, hey Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
I think that falls under Weird Al's version of parody, and I'm sure hoping so.
Ooh, an additional 3 more points went on that board. It's a 119
Wow.
for Rat City. So that was a 15-point jam.
And again, we are not seeing a lot of high-scoring jams, so getting another 15 points in one jam is tremendous for Rat City at this point.
Alyssa Prey warming up with a little slight shimmy right in front of her. That is Skirt Vonnegut. The pack.
Not anymore. Prey's like, no, this is my spot.
And now we dance. So we have a 3-on-3 in the blocker section.
And Skirt getting low and jukey. And speaking of a dance, man, and out comes Alyssa Prey in the front, lead jam. Skirt still fighting, still got 2 more blockers to work with. Oh, now 3, now 2. And Skirt's out on scoring pass. And with a grin that says, I don't even know what that was. We have a blocker coming into the penalty box, Red DeVicious again.
Yeah, that is cause for celebration by Alyssa Prey. She hopped through beautiful leg work, like just hopping through. Scoring points, calling up the jam, taking Rat City to 123. Santa Cruz holding at 106.
So we once again have E-Rex jamming for Santa Cruz up against green in white for Rat City. Again, we see Carmen get some shoving down, recycling out. Ah, that's good. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. That's kosher assault. I totally misassigned that beautiful skating.
Oh, E-Rex is out first. E-Rex is the lead jammer. A Green out on her initial.
And fast approaching. The pack is set. Rex calls it off. Oh, man. Oh, you guys.
High fives for everyone on the Rat City bench. Stealing 3 points. That was A Green, taking them to 126. And 3 points for Santa Cruz, taking them to 109.
Now, A Green, you wouldn't know it watching her skate now, but has had 4 surgeries to help a brachial plexus injury sustained while she was born. Well, I would say that those surgeries worked, and this athleticism is undeniable.
Oh, definitely. So that's Maddie Masochist jamming in blue against Alyssa Prey. So we're down to a 2-jammer rotation for Rat City. It's A and A, Alyssa and A Green.
Okay, you guys, the reason I'm laughing is because both of these packs are so fluid and both broken and coming together so well. I'm delighted. And Alyssa Prey is able to get the lead as Santa Cruz goes into the classic 3 roundabout wall and taken down by number 444, Unleashed. And trying to break the seam and just not able to. That's both of these jammers are using the same technique of pushing the wall forward and pushing at the seam to try to get through the middle of the 3 wall rather than try to dodge it, because with that rotation, dodging is hard. But that is a multi-player block being called against Cassie Beck. Santa Cruz doesn't have a pivot on the field.
Alyssa Prey taking advantage of her leaving the track. She took that open space on the inside lane, got through. Oh, she's getting reset. Just as I said, that got knocked out at turn number 2.
Cassie Beck now has 5 penalties. There's only a minute and a half left in the period, so I guess that's fine. You know, at this point, everyone can take a penalty and nothing's going to get harmed in terms of you're not going to get kicked out of the game.
So Maddie's out on her initial pass, but that took a very long time. Yeah, there's only 13 seconds left in this jam. Alyssa Prey through for 4. The pack speeding around.
And that is called off. Alyssa Prey calls off that jam to get a little more time in the period. That is a timeout from Santa Cruz. I'm sure to take a breath and say, all right, it's 130 to 109. Can we still take it?
Mathematically,
hard. Mathematically, let's say.
If there's 2 jams and it's 2 power jams in favor of Santa Cruz.
Exactly. No, like, realistically speaking, probably not.
Right.
But also realistically speaking, they could really cut down the gap here and maintain a really good ranking. And that's part of the goal in making this derby happen. It's not just whether you win or lose. It's what's the point spread, because that's how your rankings are determined. So with this, heck yeah. And I just want to make sure that I have given all the shout outs that I'm intended to. I have one more. Sol Santa Cruz, SOL Santa Cruz, is a proud sponsor of this league, providing subsidized treatments and chiropractic services for our athletes. Sol team members will be on site this weekend taping athletes with rock tape. They're going to be taping athletes so well, so beautifully. I've even seen some massage chairs out there. Sol Santa Cruz, you're amazing. We love you. Thank you for all you do for us.
Yay!
And now, you guys, Muffin, this is it.
This could be the final jam. We have A Green against Skirt Vonnegut.
Both powerhouse jammers. A Green is up at the front, but Skirt is coming around the back. Oh, not quite. Able to push through. Practically jumps over that opposition and is out for the lead. Skirt Vonnegut, hometown hero.
Oh, sneaking through. Look at that. Oh, my God. Hey,
and Skirty is down. Green is out. Okay. And that is a timeout to ensure that indeed we will have one final jam.
So 4 quick points scored by Skirt, taking them to 113. So we have a 17-point game and one more jam.
And you said that the most points scored in a jam has been 16.
16.
Okay.
Yes, one by Skirt, and the other one was...
That was Rat Cities.
Yes, by Alyssa Prey.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, I mean, sure.
I love this. It's like, who do you put out? I love it.
No, this is the moment. Because, you know, Rat can't just relax on this one. And again, they want the largest points gap for their own not just standards, but for their own setting on their rankings. And so we're just taking a moment. You can see that Coach Queen Litigious is out chatting amongst the. And in fact, this isn't a timeout; it is an official review. Oh. I thought it was a timeout, or at least one an official review uses one, but no. Let's find out.
Santa Cruz was requesting a cut call on a white jammer. The officials did not see the right or step out.
Santa Cruz was requesting a cut call against the Rat City Jammer. The officials did not see the jammer step out of the track, much less step out and then return improperly, and therefore the no call stands. But you know what? Not a bad use of an official review, because you're not going to get something that you don't ask for. And this way they do get that final jam on the board.
Yes, they do. Full complement of blockers on the track. That is Alyssa Prey jamming against E-Rex.
And Alyssa Prey cutting to the outside, getting great help from blocker Red Divicious, and is still coming up against one final blocker and gets out. This is a Rat City jam.
E-Rex out on her initial. Alyssa's going to play. She's skating through. Hops through,
doesn't quite jump the apex, must recycle back. And there goes E-Rex also getting shoved into the inside line on that apex. E-Rex going down on her knees, but coming back up to shove through the wall. Skates are still in bounds. Comes up on the toe stops. Nah, not quite in bounds. Gotta recycle.
Game clock has expired. 1:04 on the jam clock.
And Alyssa Prey is not yet calling it off. And yes, there it is. And why not, since E-Rex was indeed able to score and did indeed score with 3 points. Wow, I can finally breathe again.
What an exciting game.
Oh, these two amazing teams. And such great competition, such great sportsmanship on both of these teams. It was this is what I come here for.
Oh yeah, and not an upset, but close to being an upset again and again. So that was fun. That makes for fun derby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so Miss Eisenhower, Eisenhower. Miss Eisenhower.
Yeah, from the Boston Eisenhowers.
It's so nice working with you.
It's so nice working with you,
That was
Muffin.
fun.
So we do have the official final score. It is 133 to 116. Thank you so much for joining us here at the 2019 Boardwalk Empire. Now, this was game 9. We still have games 10 and 11 coming up. The next one's going to be so good. It's Philadelphia versus Bay Area. Two great teams, amazing competitors. There have been a lot of shufflings in the Bay Area lineup, so you want to see what's going to happen for this game. And then the final game of the evening is Angel City versus Texas. That's going to be a great one. And then, of course, we have another bunch of games all day Sunday. So if you love Derby, you're going to love this Boardwalk Empire. Join us again. But in the meanwhile, I have been Mamie Eisenhower.
And I'm still Muffin Tumble. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.